Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, a squad that's looking to put on a show here today. Taking on another SEC team, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So Arkansas's offense comes on the field first today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
Quarterback will throw it up to one pass option. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Stop right there at the line. No gain. Important second down play coming up. He'll hand it off. That one moves the ball across the 40.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Go get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
First snap in the red zone on this drive. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's got room looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal. The offense sets up with a first and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense because the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference. What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They came up empty in the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. The returner is brought down. Gets it started on the next drive. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Powering through.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking downfield, it's Finley. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Good enough for first down yardage. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. See what the call is on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. That receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. This is the 6th play on the drive. Now with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. To throw, it's Finley. And they've got him again. That ferocious pass rush, back-to-back sacks.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
And the Razorbacks will send their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And he punts it out of bounds, so no return. Offense comes out to start this drive. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he crosses the 30. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Bites off a defender. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first.
No shot to bring him down. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. It's a solid run. Gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. And it's really solid defense on that play.
Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
To me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up the first down.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Got a lane. Can he get in? Here's the point after attempt. He had the extra point and the lead down 21-zip. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Not much on that play. Brought down short. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
Return starts from inside the 5. Can't quite get out to the 25. They'll spot it at the 24 to begin the drive. Offense ready to start this drive. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. The defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. They're going to run it. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman brings him down quickly. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And now the handoff. And tackled after a small pickup there.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a strong stiff arm. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone for a touchback. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to throw. It's Finley. Receiver makes the catch.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Trying to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Second down, we're going to throw it. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to throw again. He lets it go on the move. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
First down here for this offense. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It's an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Let's go.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Attack on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2. Second down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to extend the play. And the sophomore making an impact play.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Looking downfield, it's Finley. And he's got it. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. The 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks. No chance to catch him.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
Now the important point after attempt. After the PAT, they trail 28-7. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And here's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Inside the 10. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. An explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. It's been a rough game for this offense. A consolation touchdown is all they're playing for at this point. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. To the air. It's Finley. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's across the 25. Tackle made after a big gain. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. The offense really clicking here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The tackle is made, and now it's official. We have our national champions. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. I'd say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as a top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.